All right, folks, welcome back. Rudy, Alpha Investments over here. So this is the product showing part of the video. So we got a pretty massive collection here at the store. I think this came from a seller that was a part of another store or something. This is extra inventory. He's raising cash for obviously all the massive amounts of Magic product coming out and needs to stay liquid, which is something we've been talking about with all the stores and the inventories and running businesses in 2020. It's a very crazy time. So I'm going to go through this with you. I just opened all the boxes. We're going to go through it together. We're going to pull everything out here, and we're going to see how this is not. Sorry, this is not part of the. This is not part of the video. This is just. This is some damaged double masters. That's not really related. Okay. Anyways, so in this collection we got. So let's just kind of show. Let's see. We got some. Let's kind of. I know it's mixed overall. Hopefully, there's not too much shipping damage. It looks like we've got a little dents and dings here and there. Obviously, Eldritch Moon is something that, for the longest time, people weren't that interested in. Now people are. So, very excited to get some more Eldritch Moon. Definitely a product that we, what is this? That is blank paper. Oh, Kaladesh. Yikes. Ooh, maybe rough condition Kaladesh. That's not too bad. A little squishy, but no actual damage. Very nice. Let's see what we got here. We got 2 Theros and a Fate down there. And these are just blank papers, right? Okay. 2 Theros. So in this one we have, this is just a regular case. Yeah, this is just a case of Theros, the new Theros. Not, this was, that's original Theros. Over here we got everybody's favorite. We got a box of the original Throne of Eldraine collectors, the first collector box ever made. This is something I'm actually really excited to get because I did not keep much of this product. This is definitely something I've been wanting to get more of. Sorry, I'm a little out of breath. I've been moving these heavy boxes and I just got done cutting these things open. Oh, exhausting. I know, hashtag cardboard life. So, very excited to get more of these. This is the one I have the least amount of collector's boxes. This one in Ikoria, so I'm trying to get more. Actually, even the core box. The core ones are tough. Obviously, everybody's favorite. We got good old Dragon's Maze over here. You know, I never thought in 2020 Dragon's Maze boxes would be $100 a box. Still higher than I thought. For the worst thing ever, can you believe it's still demanding that? And we got some guilds. Guilds I'm actually very excited to get. Unfortunately, they've only got 1 or 2 videos left in the box opening queue for my Shockland Challenge. And I got to retire that series because, well, you know, as you guys know, it's fully out of print. I can't get more of these things. And these are Bronze Age boxes, and we all know we've been talking about that. All right, so let's move over a little bit. Now, this is a monster box here. I have not gone through these yet. Hopefully they're not too damaged. See, some of these we got a little bit of wear and tear. That's not bad at all. Never mind, that's not bad at all. I thought that would be worse. We got a little dents and crinkles, but hey, you know what? I don't think it affects the value at all. As long as the seal, everything's intact and safe. More Dragon's Maze. We'll put you with the Dragon's Maze area over there. More Dragon's Maze. Ooh, what do we got here? Origins? Oh, another Eldritch. Origins. We got, this is some, I am very happy there's not major damage here. These things are kind of packed a little wonky. Ooh, is that, what is that? Or is that Avacyn? What is that down there? Fate. And Origin. Okay, Origins, Gate Crash. Boy, these boxes are a little rough. I'm very happy there's not any damage. I mean, these things are... All right, cool. Or, you know, I think Origins, everybody, was probably my worst spec. I thought for sure... Do you guys remember when Origins happened? It was the last core set going out of print. I thought for sure. That was one I called wrong. Man, I thought this thing was going to be like a $200-$300 box. I thought this was going to be like the Kaladesh Amonkhet or Eldritch Moon. But man, that thing never did anything. Even 2020, years later. What are these things, like 100, $120? Just didn't do nothing. All right, let's move over here. We got Hour of Devastation, Rivals, Rivals. So we got some RTR. And again, another one of these products never did much for a long period of time. Packing material. Hour of Devastation, again, lottery cards. Isn't it amazing how we see things differently? How important lottery cards are. Did you guys notice in the middle here, too, we do have... let me put this down. Hold on. Let's kind of... We do have a case of Throne of Eldraine collectors, so actually, you know, we should open that, make sure it's not full of Pikachus. All right, let's try to balance this. We do need, like I said, just because it has stop tape, come on, everybody. Stop tape does not mean it's a shoe-in product. We need to verify we actually do have Throne collectors, and we do. Looks very nice there. Actual... Okay, cool. So we actually have some Throne collectors. Very last one over here. Let's take this out. Let's see what we got here. Yikes. This box is rough. Okay, so more... You know, Fate Reforged, I remember doing a mass box opening on that set. I really liked it. Oh, this is a rough Theros. A little squishy over here. Yikes. Alright, so what do we got here? Ooh, Kaladesh! There we go. There's a Kaladesh hiding down there. Ah, we got some box cutter action here. You know what this means. There's the old box cutter action when you slip the case open. Hey, look at that. Okay. Very nice, very nice. Very cool. Very, very cool. So this is a spicy one. Look at that Champions box. Now that's exciting. At least it's in the middle and protected. Very cool. Now that's probably the highlight of this video. That's a nice box. So overall, all right, let's swap the camera over and discuss this. But overall, very, very cool collection here. Very, very wild set of sealed boxes. And let's swap over here. All right, did you guys like all the product? I thought it looked pretty cool. So I wanted to just share what everything looked like first. This product actually was a deal. This was a transaction completed from actually a small local game store in actually Texas. Really nice guy. I believe from what I'm gathering on the situation, simply put, he just wanted to raise cash to either use for his business, use for himself, or of course maybe the army of Magic products coming soon. Not really any other dramatic story behind it. You unfortunately know everybody's gonna... I tried to offer him $5 a box, but it didn't work. But overall, I thought it was a lot of cool product. And I wanted to take a minute before we just kind of ended the video today to kind of just... Now that you guys got to see a bunch of cool Magic product, I wanted to kind of just talk about the overall, like what I see. Like, you know, I handle a lot of Magic product, a ton. I smell like the ink, I smell like the cardboard. It kind of is what it is. But still, when I get to go through a bunch of sealed product like that, and I kind of get to experience and open those boxes and audit everything and check the seals and make sure, you know, they're not resealed with a bunch of stop tape and Pikachus, you know, it doesn't get old. It's still very exciting and enjoyable for me. No different than it would be the first time, you know, I opened a store on my own, you know, a bazillion and 1 years ago. It doesn't get old. When you really enjoy this stuff and you have a passion for it the way I do, many times, you know, like those moments are not really, you know, it doesn't feel like work. I really do still truly have that drive and passion. It's very exciting. Like when I know I'm getting ready to head to a certain location to, you know, audit or do a big deal. I mean, it's still a lot of fun to work with somebody and do that. I really do enjoy it. Of course, you always have the exceptions and the outliers, and people always send me messages. Well, Rudy, how do you know, I know you enjoy that, but how do you overcome the bad people? The people looking to hose you. The people who are trying to scam you. You know, how do you deal with the people that are deliberately trying to sell you a resealed box, or you mail them something, they're trying to open a case against you? I deal with that all the time. Every once in a while I get some bad patrons, same thing. Social media groups, same thing. They try to plan and do certain things, or they'll try to cover up things. They'll try to act like, you know, oh, I don't know what's going on. And they'll try to cover things up while they try to steal or open disputes. That happens. It happens disturbingly more than, you know, the public wants to know. And of course, usually stories become very biased because, you know, and it makes it very difficult to overcome those situations because no one else is going to know the full story. So that comes back to just a state of mind. And, you know, overall, I still like to remain an overall positive mindset because I do strongly believe that literally 99%, maybe 99.9% of people in Magic and in the world are still not evil, terrible people. I know that's tough to believe in 2020, but I still like to believe that concept because I don't have any data that makes me want to believe otherwise. I can't prove otherwise. Based on the number of transactions versus the number of problems, the percentages are still 99% plus positive, good people and just fantastic people in Magic and in the world. Excuse me. So you have to overcome things like that. When you get moments like this, and I show you guys cool products and we talk about it, you know, you have to appreciate and enjoy those moments. You cannot let the people who want you to fail and mess up, or they have a lot of anger or hatred towards you, can't use that. You can't let that get to you. So when I get to do good transactions like this gentleman with this level 2 game store here in Texas, you know, it reminds me of that overall how much fun Magic is, and to buy, sell, and trade with individuals, collectors, investors, the beautiful 3% ladies, the shady people floating around in space, and of course everybody in between. It really is a really fun, cool thing that I still am not burnt out on. I truly do enjoy it. So when I see these type of products that you guys saw in the video, it's still, I still see products that, in my opinion, are overall pretty cheap. Now, obviously, a few of these, the Champions of a Kamigawa box isn't really cheap anymore. I mean, easy money's been made. That's not really something you can easily double, triple, quadruple your money anymore. It is what it is. That's more, an item like that is just something I like to have for future box opening, or just to at least have a couple of those boxes. Because there's certain sets like Kamigawa I just don't have big positions in because I just never did, or if I used to, I sold them out like a Timmy years ago. I made mistakes, and that's okay. And looking at some of the newer stuff, though, now we've got, the big things nowadays are, of course, like Battle for Zendikars, the Eldritch Moon, the Kaladesh. These are sets that have already moved up in price. I still think they have some more room to grow, but obviously the big moves, especially Kaladesh. Kaladesh seems to be that may be the strongest, biggest move that really caught everybody off guard. But I still think a lot of these other sets are still historically cheap. And it's not because the cards in the set are going up in value, but again, the lack of how many sealed boxes are left in the world. That is the number one variable I continue to focus on. And the market through these, now we're in this 2020 collectible boom at the end of the year here moving forward. It's probably going to continue this way for a little while, but eventually it will level out. Hopefully it doesn't overshoot, go crazy, and crash again and have... See, I've never been a really big fan of the extreme swings because I don't feel it's healthy. It causes more extreme winners and losers, which makes the overall hobby not as enjoyable, and it creates more emotion in a love-hate relationship. I like more calm growth over time, but obviously, like Wall Street, the real world doesn't work that way. It is what it is. So, but no, I was really excited about a collection like this because, I do want to comment about the Throne of Eldraine collector boxes. Throne of Eldraine is the first set to have collector boxes. As of the filming of this video, Throne of Eldraine collector boxes, blister packs, any of that stuff is still like $250 plus a box for 12 packs. And I believe some are actually pushing a little higher now, but I think it's $250, $270. It's a lot. And I mean, it's the first of a new batch. I don't know how fast it's going to appreciate in the future. I do know that it will appreciate, but I don't know if it's going to be slow and not worth the time, or if it'll actually be slow and steady and actually be worth it for those who are willing to go the distance. Those are the real questions that don't get asked enough. Instead of the dramatic emotional responses, the important question really isn't what magic item's going to... Rudy, which one's going to go up the quickest? Which one's going to go to zero? Those really aren't the questions. The most important things are, because there are some magic products, Return to Ravnica, Gatecrash, Dragon's Maze, that did not perform well over a 10-year period, which reinforces the importance of diversification like mutual funds. You have to have exposure to all sets. You do not handpick a single thing. It's the same thing they teach you with every other real world with 401ks and retirements and long term. You need to be spread apart because there are going to be positions that are not going to work out. And that's okay. That's part of the game. And, I think that's not really focused upon enough. And I think people are too obsessed with that shortcut, easy money culture of 2020. And, of course, all these fake gurus and all these channels about get rich quick and everything. And unfortunately, as you all have learned, anyone who's been in the magic industry a long time, you don't get rich quick in magic. There is no shortcut. You're not going to become a multi-millionaire and hit it big specking on magic or investing or trying to manipulate the market. It just doesn't exist. It doesn't work that way. You can maybe do some shady short-term stuff to make some few bucks, but it doesn't work that way. As with all collectibles, comic books, sports cards, coin collecting, cryptos, I guess, in any form of these different categories where people play in, the real wealth is always made from the people with the diamond steady hands that are willing to go the distance. Even in the bear market of early 2020, when the reserve list and everything hit the fan and quarantines and shutdowns happened, all the stores pulled their buy list, stopped buying. Vintage cards and ABU and Four Horsemen sets all tanked like crazy. And again, people just made fun of me almost daily because I just kept buying and doing collection buying. I kept it going. And of course now here we are 6 months later, 8 months later, the market's done a complete 180, and it's had an about face, and things have changed. So now, obviously, people are going, I get a lot of messages of people saying, geez, Rudy was buying and kept doing this he was nonstop, even in the worst time. And now everything's turned, and reserveless buyouts are back, and the market across the board is booming for old cards again. Obviously, because of I probably added quite a bit to my positions in early 2020. The profit and the returns on that are going to be exaggerated and a lot higher than average, way above normal. And the point of me bringing that up is it shows the importance of being that steady diamond hand. Don't rock the boat over the long term. Even if it goes up tenfold or not, it doesn't make any difference in my book. It's about the long term. It's a journey dealing with this stuff. So, great collection. Thank you to Level 2 Games in Texas. Cool video. Appreciate everything, you guys. Awesome.